The jacket, easily one of the most important pieces in a man's wardrobe. It's your suit of armor when you need to look your best. Unfortunately, like all pieces of dress clothing, it will develop wrinkles. And too many wrinkles can make even the most handsome jacket look sloppy. So how to get rid of them? Well, sending your jacket to the cleaners to be professionally pressed, that's a great option. And without a doubt, if you've got a trusted professional, this can yield excellent results. However, if you're sending your jacket to get professionally pressed all the time, this can start to get expensive. But how do you deal with wrinkles when you're traveling? Or if you need that jacket pressed hours before an important event? Gentlemen, in today's video, I'm going to give you 2 methods that you can use to properly and safely steam and press your jacket. Method number 1, steaming the jacket. To get started with method number 1, here is what you're going to need. First, a steamer. There are 2 main types of steamers. They're the smaller ones for traveling and the full-sized ones for a home. If you'll often be steaming multiple items of clothing in your house, I highly recommend you go out there and buy a full-size steamer. Those are going to work best. They put out a lot of steam. If you travel frequently though, or you've got a small apartment, then go ahead and just get a travel steamer. A clean jacket. Gentlemen, you want to make sure that the jacket you're going to be steaming and pressing is free from stains and dirt. Heat and steam can sometimes permanently set a stain, so you want to make sure to spot clean any dirty spots on the jacket before exposing it to the heat. Distilled water. Only use distilled water in your steamer, gents. Tap water can leave sediment buildup that will decrease the steamer's effectiveness over time. Gentlemen, you're going to need to hang your jacket in order to steam it. Use only wide-shouldered hangers. Now, as you're steaming the jacket, you can actually leave it hanging in your closet if there's enough room. If there's not, then take it into the bathroom and just hang it on the shower rod. Fill your steamer with distilled water and turn it on. Give it 2 to 3 minutes to fully heat up. It may take a little bit longer if you're using a full-size steamer with a lot of water. You'll steam the jacket in sections, pulling the fabric taut before pressing the steamer head to the fabric. Slowly move the steamer in an up and down motion. If the wrinkles aren't coming out, you may be moving the steamer too quickly. The primary areas that will need attention will be around the elbows, the back of the jacket, and maybe a few small spots on the front of the jacket. Be careful not to oversteam. Using an excess amount of steam around the seams can cause them to lose their shape, aka blowing the seams. Overall, steaming is an excellent method to get rid of a jacket's wrinkles. Overall, there's very little risk in damaging your jacket. But maybe you don't have a steamer, or perhaps that jacket's got a wrinkle which isn't coming out. In this case, let's look at the second method. Method 2, ironing your jacket. Here's what you need to iron your jacket: a pressing cloth. Most jackets are made from delicate fabrics like wool that can be easily damaged by a hot iron. Gentlemen, you will never put that hot iron up against the jacket. You will use a pressing cloth. This pressing cloth is going to protect your jacket from scorches and getting shiny marks. A simple white cotton pocket square. It's going to be fine. A clean iron. Gentlemen, you've got to make sure that you've got a clean iron. You don't want anything that's going to leave stains. Now, most jackets are going to be darker color, but if it's a lighter color, you definitely want to test the iron to make sure you don't have any sediment shooting out. Again, if you start to have sediment or any type of looks like stains, rust, or anything in there, use a solution of 50% vinegar, 50% distilled water, run it through the steam function of the iron, and that can help to clean that out. A clean jacket. Again, you've got to make sure the jacket is free from dirt and stains to avoid permanently setting any of this. So if you notice any stains, you notice any dirt, do some spot cleaning. A standard ironing board. It's much easier to use a board than ironing on a table. The board doesn't need to be fancy. The basic ironing board found at any department store will do nicely. Gentlemen, you have to use distilled water. Regular water can lead to sediment buildup and it can damage the iron and it can leave sediment on the clothing. To start, set the iron to the right heat setting. Now, we're talking about jackets here, so it is going to most likely be wool. That's a lower heat setting. But if this is a cotton jacket, then you're going to want to turn up the temperature a bit. It's always better, though, to start with a lower temperature, then you can turn the heat up. Use the press method instead of sliding the iron like you would for a dress shirt. So press the iron evenly on top of the fabric for a few seconds, then pick it straight up and move to another spot. Sliding the iron back and forth can lead to shiny marks on the fabric. Now, I'm not gonna lie, a jacket is rather difficult to iron, especially around the shoulders. I highly recommend only pressing the areas that really need attention, like the back, the elbows, the parts of the front that have a bit of wrinkles, and leaving the rest to a professional. To iron the back of the jacket, lay it out flat on the ironing board. Smooth out the fabric so you will not make any creases. Carefully press out the wrinkles by setting the iron straight down and picking it up again before moving to a new spot. Again, focus only on the wrinkled areas. When ironing over the vents, make sure they're aligned properly. When it comes to the sleeves, only iron in the middle of the sleeve. If you press on the edges, you'll form a crease. While this may look great on a dress shirt, it's undesirable on a jacket. Be careful around the jacket lapels. This is another area where you don't want to create a crease. If you need to iron the lapels, go over them gently with the iron. There you have it, gentlemen. Though you will probably still need to get your jacket professionally cleaned and pressed every now and then, these two methods can help you make it through the times when you just need to get out those wrinkles quick. Be sure to check out the support article at realmenrealstyle.com.
Now be sure to sign up for email notifications. That way you can watch my videos when they first come out. Now, sometimes I offer exclusive deals that are time sensitive, so make sure that you never miss out on one by being part of the early notification squad.